Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Come to the Swing Trading Show, Wednesday, August 29, 2018. The market has been very strong this morning on the U.S. side, anyway, but most of it because of the big technology stocks. It is Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Intel, not Netflix, and Cisco were the most productive. So and they're such a big stock, they have a big influence. So you see all of those movement here from Apple, Amazon. Look at how Amazon is very strong, breaking out to a new high again, and also Google is on the move, and Microsoft very strong also. And finally, as I said, the Cisco too. So they were the most responsible, and right now it's stopping. So we probably have done the best we could do for the day. There was a few news, again, a few financial results. Tilray came out with a bad earnings. They were from -9 to -17, but since all of the cannabis was rushing up this morning, it had the earnings has no effect. Dick's Sporting Good has fallen on its earnings, but it came back quite a bit so far. 106, 120. American Eagle 31 to 34, same thing. The stock fell at the beginning and then came back. And Brown and Foreman doing nothing. And National Bank has 3 cents better at 152. So and some other news. This stock here, they said that they have enlarged their relation with one of the Fortune 10 company. Well, what is this? And Young China has refused an offer of $17.6 billion from a big investment Chinese company which called Hill House Capital. And Roku is going down because there's a bad news. actually Amazon would come out with an application, a free application that would with the business model based on publicity revenue, and this application would compete Roku. And R&D started down this morning at first because they cut it down their dividend. And the funny thing is, not long after, the stock broke out. So what's the morale of this story? I don't know. And Bosch is not moving on this, but they have received it's the FDA has confirmed that they accept to examine one of their new cures. And Kronos has made a big deal with a Colombian company, actually the largest grower in agriculture in Colombia. And the deal with Kronos is to develop, cultivate, fabricate, and export medical product and consumer product based on cannabis for Latino American market and worldwide market. And finally, the news on Ballard. It's Weiqi Power. I think it's a Chinese company. Weiqi Power has made a placement of 163 million, and that brings the company to the largest shareholders. So and this is mostly it for the news this morning. Do I have any question here? No, not at all. The question bar is open. So now the market, I think we have done what we could do for the day. The market are topping. On the TSX, the energy sector goes well, but I don't think it's enough, you know. And we had an increase in most of the sector in the morning. At first, it started down. So like every market, and after that it pushed up quite a bit, and I don't even know the reason for that, but it seems like now it's done, it's over. And when you look at really the markets here, so we have a new high on NASDAQ, and the Dow is just a bit on a new high too, and the SPTT, but not the TSX. The TSX is straight flat. Why? Because every single sector are flat. USO is like doing a buy signal right now, and the gas building a support, but the stocks are not reacting the same way. The stocks are not that strong, so they are very hesitating, and we don't see much signals out there. On the gold is entirely flat, still under the trend line, still under the resistance, and the gold stocks are even weaker, so within a sideways movement. There's nothing to do there. In the mining, it's totally flat. Consumer discretionary, it's pushing up a little bit, and there's only one reason here. It's because of here. It's because of the breakout of Dollarama. So he's the one that makes this movement in the sector. And you see the telecom are really flat, the financials are really flat, the industrial are so flat since mid-July, and real estate and utilities are sideways, going down, but within a long sideways movement. And on the consumer staples, at risk right now because it's not going very well in the sector, and it's close to a breakdown here, so I wouldn't do anything in there. And the healthcare is going up today because of the cannabis. And what happened this morning is at the opening, we had a little movement that did not bring any big money. It could even been a loss there. But not that long after, around 10:20 approximately, then weed and most of the other stock broke out, giving a nice bullish cycle, until a second one happened, and then the whole story ended at about 12:30 So right now it is not the same situation. There's no buy in the sector unless we would make a new high today, but chances are still there for some more correction. So whatever has to be done has been done in the morning, and right now it starts looking different because, you know, a little bit downward here, and it would show some more correction. So we only buy, even though intraday today, in the short term, within the next hour, only if we make a new high. And if it goes on the correction side, don't stay there and take some profit, and do not stay on the position if we start losing those points this afternoon. We're going to the break.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Welcome back. Despite this 1% increase on NASDAQ and 0.5% on the Dow Jones, we haven't had a lot of a buy signal today, or breakout if you want. Look at on the New York exchange, there's only 10 breakout, and they're not all nice. Cloud era here is a very nice reversal, though, at $15 here. I would have liked to see a bigger volume, but it's definitely the reversal of a downtrend. HP here has a nice movement because look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time tested resistance since February, and it's an entirely a new high and his historical high as well. So it wouldn't be a bad choice as well. Carnival, not cute. Block, H&R block, not cute. Pandora Media, nice, just under the resistance here, and the volume hasn't picked up really. It's not very big, so I'd prefer another new high on it, just to make sure it won't reverse at the resistance. So entering point would be 870, 880. And that's all. So we don't have many, and this one is suspicious because there's bad news on it, and now the stock is breaking out. So I wonder if we couldn't trust it. We had the Petróleo Brasileiro in day trading choice this morning. Could be good again if it passes 1085, but we need this new high before embarking in there, with the potential of $12.50 later. And Nomad Food has not big volume, but it's a nice stock, and also a very nice pattern, because that's its second breakout since it has passed the 3-month old the formation here. So this signal is not that bad either. So I don't have any question yet. So let's do again little thing on the cannabis since we have reached this this thing here this morning, so there's no signal anymore unless we pass this resistance on every stock. On Afria is right there, but wheat is lower, so it's missing something. They start not being exactly the same. This morning we had a few stocks that really did well, and it might be a sign too that something is going on there. Look at what I got here. You have these stock that broke out this morning. They were not doing much before, but I like the movement. Look at Delta 9 Cannabis breaking through a 4-month resistance with an increasing volume, and with actually so far 2 bullish cycles since the day began today. And you also have Supreme that is pushing harder, and Organigram, and a Village Farm also, but this one would be a buy only at $8 and over. But it's funny because it's the small one now that are taking over the big one in percentage, just like if the market was thinking that some of them are going to be acquired, because I don't think some of them will be big enough to compete with the major that are now becoming a really major. When you talk about something like Chronos this morning doing a deal with Colombian company where they can grow these plants all year around. I mean, the competition is going to get big in there, and I think we should expect to see some takeover in the near future in those companies. So this is it for now, folks. I mean, that's all we have really today. I showed you a couple of nice signal, and we have what we have and no more. The market is very high, so I mean, you just take just the best signal and nothing else, and never forget to to put some protection under the price you paid. This is it for now. Thank you very much for attending. We'll catch you later.